Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to some more World of Tanks. And today I am going to be showcasing the new Tier 9 Italian heavy tank, the Progetto 66. Of course, the Italians came out on Wednesday, I'm pretty sure, so just last week, well this week still, just a couple of days ago. And of course it brings the new improved auto reloader system, where you can kind of shoot before it reloads and it doesn't like take away all of the, or it doesn't take away all of the reload kind of. First good shell into the T30 over there, and now this is Gadso Lubin playing over here. Now the M451 is in a good place over there, but the only bad thing about that place is that you can get shot. That you can get shot in the side of the turret over there. And this T50 is a little bit smaller, so it's going to be a little bit harder for Gadso over here to shoot him. But this M451 is kind of playing really risky over there, as he's already a one-shot for Gadso over here. Now, as you can see, Gadso does like his heat rounds, as he does have nearly all heat rounds loaded, apart from a magazine of high explosive rounds. Now the standard rounds on this do 400 damage, have 242mm of penetration, so quite an okay amount, not the best, not the worst. The heat rounds are kind of average though, at only 303mm of penetration. Some of the Soviet vehicles have 230, even 240, so this is quite a large step down. Especially when you're fighting against like tier 10 super heavies or something like that. You'll definitely see the difference. As Gadso over here puts 2 shells into the T44 and completes a part of some kind of mission over here. Now this tank, the DPM isn't the best, but honestly isn't really that bad to be honest. The tier 10 is probably a lot worse than this. It's got a DPM of 1925, which, as I said, is a decent amount. But I'm pretty sure that is only when you are firing one. But I'm pretty sure that is when you leave, like, only fire one and then leave it to reload, I think. Or if you fire the whole magazine, I'm not really sure, but if you've got one shell left in this tank, its DPM is quite bad. So definitely wouldn't recommend that. And as I said, 400 damage for this tank, which is basically kind of in the middle of all of the heavy tanks. There's some that do like 360, I think. Oh no, like 400 is closer to like the lower end, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I'm not sure. Quite a lot of tanks do less than 400 at tier 9, like heavy tanks, but it's still a decent amount. As the Patriot over there shoots Gadso, I'm pretty sure the side of the turret taken out as ammo rack. Luckily it didn't blow up, because that would have been, well, it still would have been quite a good game to be honest. 3,600 damage in the first 4 minutes and 2,000 damage blocked. But Gadso wants to do more. Now the first, the first shell to reload, it takes 15 seconds. Like the first shell in the magazine, it takes 15.3 seconds to reload, followed by 13.4 and 12.5. So quite a big difference in between the 3 shells over there. But of course, this is an auto reloader. It has 3 shells in the magazine, with quite a long intra-clip reload of 3.5. Aim time, which isn't too bad, at 2.59. Quite an alright dispersion as well at 0.35. Definitely one of the best on heavy tanks at this tier, I'm pretty sure. Now the caliber of this gun is 120mm, so that is going to be overmatching 40mm, well 40mm plates, so that's quite nice to have. Of course some tanks at tier 9 do have higher, they're able to overmatch quite a lot of plates in the game, but 120 is quite a decent gun to have at this tier. Its top speed is 45, so it is definitely quite fast. It's not as slow as the Maushin or the Type 4 Heavy. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to go as fast as like a T10 or something like that, but I haven't done any tests, so I'm not too sure. Reverse speed of 12, again, not the worst, but not the best, probably one of the worst. But yeah, not the worst. I'm pretty sure there is, like the Type 4 I'm pretty sure goes 10 backwards, if not even less, but I'd have to double check that to actually say that. Now, the kind of like gun, like degree angles are actually quite good. 20 degrees elevation, and most importantly 9 degrees of gun depression, which is a nice amount. Of course you'd want that 10. That 1 degree does sometimes do quite a lot, but 9 is still quite nice. 130mm on the side, on the front of the hull, 70 at the side, 40 at the rear, 195 at the front of the turret, 105 at the side and the back of the turret, with 1850 hit points, which is quite much. Of course, not as much as the Maushin, which has like 2,500, or the Type 4, which, to be honest, compared to the Maushin, does have a lot less at 2,000. 390 meters of view range, which is okay, and quite a nice amount of camo for a heavy tank at tier 9. Now, Gads over here has played an absolute brilliant round up to this point. Well, he's still playing an absolutely brilliant round, with 7,000 damage done, nearly 4,000 damage blocked, and up to 5 kills. Now his team is kind of, they're 5 versus 3, so they should win. I haven't really commented on this game too much because that has really flown past. Ganso has done that 7,000 damage quite fast. If you kind of take into account that this tank's gun, well, rate damage per minute isn't the best. It's okay, but of course, like, it's a lot easier to do 7,000 damage in, let's say, a Tortoise or something, compared to a heavy tank, because most often than not they're going to have quite a lot less DPM than a tank destroyer. As Ganzo puts it, 3 heat rounds over there, kind of, you know, just wasting them. I'm pretty sure most of these rounds that he fired during this round could have been regular rounds, maybe a couple on like the upper plate of the Progetto 66 on the enemy team. But yeah, kind of a waste of heat, but you know, not my money, so doesn't really matter too much, as I get to enjoy this brilliant replay over here, played by Gazzo a couple of days ago. There's quite a lot of Italian heavy tanks out there at the moment, so you really need to kind of check, because some of them have better turrets than others, like the stock turrets and stuff, so you really need to check on like Tanks GG or like another website, just to see like the armor layout, where you can fire, where you can't, when you can bounce if you are playing the Italian heavies, as I am going to be soon enough. I actually didn't really play the Italians too much, I'm only on the tier 4, so I'm making my way quickly up to that tier 7. An absolutely brilliant round here by Gazzo Luban in the Progetto 66, the new tier 9 Italian heavy tank. Now if we have a look over here, that is an ace tanker, and it's really hard to get an ace tanker when literally loads of people are playing one tank, so congrats to you, Gazzo, on that ace tanker. Of course, a steel wall for that nearly 4,000 damage blocked, a high caliber for that 8,099 damage done, and a top gun for the 6 kills. Going on to over here, we can see that Gatso got 1,728 base experience to get that ace tanker, so people are really playing this tank really well. So you really have to get an absolutely brilliant game in order to get that ace tanker if you do kind of go for ace tanks. And of course, marks of excellence, they're probably going to be hard to get right at the start, as well as like loads of people are playing the tank. 30 shots fired, 27 hit, 23 penetrated. Of course, all heats, that was 144,000 kind of like silver to kind of resupply the ammunition, so quite a lot. And even with battle payouts and quite a nice amount to get before you know, having to pay for everything, it was a loss of 66,000, so quite a lot. But for a 9-minute and 30-second game, 8,000 damage in a tank that doesn't have the most amount of DPM is definitely quite an achievement. So congrats to you, Gatso, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.